So everyone, welcome to some more War Thunder. Today we're going to be checking out the Mustang plane for the British line, surprisingly. I didn't actually realise that there was actually a Mustang available on the British. I'm not too sure the whole background of how the British got the Mustang, unless during the war they must have made some sort of trade offer with the Americans, because I do believe the Mustang is originally an American design. So hence the name and where all the Mustang cars and stuff are. But however, I don't know how the British managed to get this, unless it was some sort of lend lease they did with the Americans to get this plane. But it's a pretty cool plane. It's actually a premium plane, which costs I believe around about 1,850 lions in the store, and it's a rank 3 British fighter. The battle rating for the air arcades or air arcade battles is 4.0, and the RB is 3.7. The Mustang is actually equipped with a similar manner of the origin of the the P-51, with 4 20mm cannons in the wing. I mean, the 20mm guns actually do a lot of damage against other planes, as you can see there. I mean, it's pretty cool. The turn speed's not too bad. It's not too shabby, I guess, for maneuvering. I mean, the Spitfire has still got a better turning speed, but I mean, it's still a pretty overall decent plane. The only problem the only really issue I do have with this plane, I don't know if anyone else has the same issue, is that when you play RB battles, like realistic battles, I don't know if I'm saying that right, RB, but I don't know if anyone else has had the issue with this Mustang, but like, you literally get up in the air, you fire off a few bullets, and that's it. You have to go back to base to, like, obviously reload or unjam your gun. And the thing is, it feels like it's so easily thingy. Like, you should only shoot like a couple of bullets, and then that is it for your plane. You're literally knackered. There's nothing else you can do, and that's the only issue with the plane. I believe when I did a little bit of research on the Mustang, I believe it did have a few issues with ammo as well, because it didn't have much ammo. I believe it actually had rather low ammo. It said with 125 RPG. I'm not talking about the RPG, guys, with the Modern Warfare RPGs, where people are just absolutely annihilating you with them all the time. But yeah, it hasn't got much ammo in it. And also, when you're playing RB battles, the engine overheats rather quickly, which is an issue as well, because, like, when you play RB battles, your main priority is trying to get as much altitude as you can against 109s and any other bombers that are flying around. So that's a bit of an issue. However, it's still apart from that, it's still a decent little plane. I like it. Actually, guys, also I was just reminding myself right now, in July, during the summer holidays, I went down to London, and they had like an air museum for, like, World War II planes and Cold War planes and all this kind of stuff. And I just realised it did have a Mustang down there. And when I first saw it, it did have, like a British, like what it looked like now, with the desert camo on and the British RAF symbols on the wings and that. And I was thinking, hold on, I've never ever seen that plane before. Wait, what kind of plane that is? Because I'm so used to seeing this plane with, American symbols and stuff on. And it was actually a pretty cool museum, guys. I recommend you just go and see it if you either live in the UK or near London. And it was a really awesome museum. I really enjoyed it. It was called the Royal Air Museum, I believe. But obviously it did have other planes as well. And I'm sure, I remember it was such a long time ago, but it had some sort of bomber in it from, I don't know if it was from World War II or World War One, but it had like the similar kind of World War One kind of look at it, with like the paper kind of style plane of it. But it had 2 seats in it, and it was actually represented as a bomber. It was a British bomber. I can't remember what the name of it now was, though, because it was such a long time ago. But it was a sweet plane, and I really liked it. But the museum was so sick, and I remember promptly seeing this plane, and I was thinking, wait, where have I seen this plane before? I mean, where have I seen this plane before? And now I remember. So yeah, next time if I ever do go back to that museum, I'll be like, oh, okay, that's the British Mustang. the British version of the Mustang. That's pretty cool. I never actually knew that was the British version of the Mustang until it came. It also actually had a Spitfire art museum as well, guys. Oh my god, the Spitfires, the Supermarine Spitfire, mwah, beautiful. I literally did not want to walk away from that plane. I literally took so many pictures. I was so obsessed with the Spitfire. I love it so much. One of my favorite planes from World War II, and one of my favorite fighter planes, guys. I just love it. It's such a cool plane. It was a shame though, because I mean, sometimes I believe I've heard that oh my god, I'm trying to remember now. I think they said, one of the staff members said that they do actually allow now and then to have, oh my god, to allow, people to go and sit actually in the cockpit of the Spitfire and get the picture taken and stuff, but they had the canopy shut on it, and apparently, it was like just close to like maintenance and stuff, but because obviously when they allow kids and stuff, when the kids go over and cry and mess up the plane and stuff, so that they had maintenance on it and they were just like cleaning it up a little bit. But it was such a cool plane, and there was actually a really cool kind of simulation they had there for like the Spitfire. I really liked it because like there was like this simulation thing, like obviously the two people would sit in it, and then it would come up with a screen as a Spitfire, and it was actually the Battle of Britain, and you're just like sitting in the Spitfire just watching it fly and shooting off all the Germans, like the 109s in the cockpit. I love that experience, man. And I wish now that I knew I was going to do a lot, because this was actually before I started really thinking about doing proper YouTube and stuff. I actually wish I'd made a video on it now, because during the time there, they had the AIRFIELD model company there, and they were allowing people to to build like small little World War II planes and stuff. And I remember getting myself took because I was like the first one to build this model. It was like some sort of competition. Oh god, guys, I'm trying to think about it now. July feels like literally ages ago, but it was like this little model competition thing. We had to build like a plane before everyone else did, and I won, and I got my picture taken and put on the website and stuff. It was ages ago, but I mean, it was such a cool experience, and I got like a little award for building my little epic plane and got to take it home, which was so cool. I actually I've still got it, and it was pretty funny because like I kind of just built because I liked the Red Baron and stuff like that from like World War I. I kind of like the red kind of style of planes and stuff. I just painted it in the like complete red and just put the like the German symbol and stuff on it. But it was a pretty cool little experience of day out. I would actually recommend anyone interested in planes and war stuff and that, I would recommend you all to go and check that out. I mean, it was pretty cool. There's actually a place down in, I believe in Dover, which is actually a tank museum, which I really want to go to next year. And they do have, oh look at that view though, just with that plane going down there, man, that looks so awesome. But I do believe this tank museum down somewhere south in England does have the only working German Tiger tank left in existence. And I mean, I've seen lots of videos on it, and guys, it looks so sick. I've got to go and have a look at it, and if I do, I might actually do a vlog on it just to experience my day out there. Have a look at some Panzer IVs, some Shermans, some all sorts. I believe they also do have, one of the first British World War I tanks. I forgot what the name of them now is. Sorry guys, sorry, I know I'm playing the World War II game, but I mean, I can't remember every name of tank and vehicle out there, but it's pretty cool. I really like it. But yeah guys, the Mustang, what do you think about this plane? I'd love to know your comments down below. Do you like the Mustang plane? What do you think of it? Do you prefer it as the P-51? Because I think it's is it like the sister plane or the brother plane to the P-51, I believe. So yeah, it's a steady plane. Especially for its rank. The only issue that I do have is that it hasn't got the great amount of ammo, and you can run out of ammo very easily. But I mean, the damage of the plane if you get accurate hits is beautiful, absolute amazing. It was actually, I believe this plane was mostly used for ground attacks as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah everyone, I would love to know your comments down below of what your favourite plane of the British line is, again, I've got to admit, the Spitfire is all the way for me. Like, even when you've got the BR rating of 5.0, or like, you know, like fully unlock the British tree, I mean, just having that noise of the Rolls-Royce engines, I mean, oh guys, come on, beautiful plane. I love it. I could spend hours just like flying the Spitfire in this game. And also, I really want to do this experience as well, where I believe you can actually buy like a seat or something. There's like a Spitfire that's been modified with 2 seats, and you actually fly around like the southern part of England in a Spitfire, and I mean, that will be one hell of an experience. I think actually Top Gear the TV series had their crew do that, like fly around in the Spitfire, and I mean, that is one hell of an experience to do that. So much, it's so OP. Well everyone, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let me hear, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below of what you think about this Mustang, if you've ever used it in battles before, and if you would recommend it, or maybe say no, not really the kind of plane for me. I'd love to know your comments, and also don't forget to put in the comments down below what your favourite British plane is as well. I'd love to know what your thoughts are about that. But thank you so much everyone for watching and coming along, and I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.